Hi, my name is Helena, and this reading is going to be for the fire signs for the remainder of January 2019. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Please give me a message for the fire signs for the remainder of January 2019. Thank you. Please provide great insight into their lives. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, love. Complicated. Obedience. Invisible. Wishing. The moon. And self-worth. And at the bottom of the deck is vision. Okay. So, I feel like there's someone that has a lot of love for you. But I feel like their mind is a wreck. It's a mess. So let me show you this card. Because I really want this to focus so that I could show you what I'm seeing. So, do you see all the Celtic knots and the Celtic designs on this card? I feel like their mind is in a knot, just like all these designs. It's just completely knotted up. And there's a lot of beauty in their mind, but it's not a very functional mind, as it were, because of these knots, these intricate things that they have going on in their head. It's not easy for them to stay positive. They don't really know how to get out of the situation that they're in mentally. But I think that they're starting to realize the intricacy of their own thought patterns, and starting to realize what is creating them, what has created them in the past to make them that way, and what they're doing to contribute to the ongoing knotting of their thoughts. It's like nothing that they try helps them break free. But like with the card and the little bubble in the middle, I feel like they've kind of pushed back these thoughts and created a little space for themselves to think clearly. So they're kind of learning how to compartmentalize these bad thoughts, which is a beginning to a healing for them, because this is one of the first steps in healing trauma. Now, I'm not saying that we should compartmentalize everything, but in some extreme cases, this can help if you just put things in a box, metaphorically, put them on the shelves where they belong, organize the thoughts, realize that you don't need to deal with this thought right now. You could put it away, bring it out later. So I feel like they're coming to a place where they're starting to be able to work through the thoughts and sift through them in a meaningful and an efficient way. And I feel like this is actually a new thing for them, because I feel like they haven't realized that their mind was such a mess. You, on the other hand, I see you as this obedience card. And I feel like you're going on blind faith with your life right now. You don't really understand where you're going or everything that's in front of you. I mean, who does, right? But I feel like you're walking on such faith in your life, because if you look closely here, well, she's wearing a blindfold, but on her forehead is like the little moon symbol. And so she's holding the sword, and the red I see as being you as a fire sign, and holding this sword, but also holding the scales, meaning that she's got her emotions in check, being more diplomatic. And with the standing on the pillar, I feel like it's definitely going on blind faith from day to day, being obedient to your intuition and to everything that you know that is true and integral. And this is putting you on, as they say, the straight and narrow path. I feel like you're going through a lot of pain, but you're controlling it and you're not letting the pain control you anymore. I feel like you know that you've gone too far to let the pain control you anymore, and you refuse to walk backwards. And if anyone tries to make you walk backwards, that's when this sword gets wielded. But I don't feel like you need that right now. I feel like you're on the right path. You're looking towards your visions. And with the wishing card, I feel like you just wish you knew what was ahead of you. It's almost like wandering through the desert with no water, no food, and no shelter, and just hoping that you find some water. Or like how you see on the shows and stuff, the oasis. Like you just wish you knew where there was a resting place or an oasis that you could go rest your soul, that you could go sit down and rest and have pleasure in your life and have good things in your life. And you don't know when that's coming. You don't know when there's going to be a point of rest. You don't know when there's going to be that oasis for you. But you're prepared, and you're prepared to go for a long time without finding this rest, because of all the work that you've done up into this point to build yourself up. You've generated enough within you and outside of you as far as resources and things like that to keep you going for quite a while. But your heart just wants to rest. You just want to take the blindfold off and see where you're going. But that's just not happening right now. And like I said, you're prepared. And you're still going through on that blind faith. And you know that you're just going to put one foot in front of the next. And you're just going to keep going until you find that place of rest for your soul, for your body, for your mind. And to where you can really bring your visions into focus. I'm going to take some clarifiers now. Please give greater insight. Please give us greater insight into the situation here. Please show me some deeper insight into the situation, please. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations dropped out, so interesting. Okay, message. Fulfillment. Summon. And individuality. And then, oh wow, at the bottom of the deck is vision again. So that's very interesting. With this message card, this really makes me look at the love card again. And I feel like you could be receiving some news that really brings deep fulfillment to your heart, your mind, and your soul. Something so deep, something so good for you, that I don't see it as being the oasis, not yet. It's not the oasis that you seek. The place of rest where you can gather your thoughts. And then with that said, I feel like it's not time to rest. It's time for a lot of action and a lot of momentum, because I don't feel like you're done charging your battery. The battery that I spoke of earlier that brought you to this point. Meaning like the work that you've done in the past to generate these resources that you have, to generate this mental fortitude, this emotional and spiritual fortitude that you've generated like a battery thus far. It's not time to rest because your battery's not charged yet, not as charged as it needs to be. But this fulfillment will help you charge that battery. It will bring a lot of energy to you. And you're a fire sign, so you know all about energy. You know all about that battery. You know all about that generation or generating energy. You know all about that. You just don't know about when it's drained. That's what you don't know. That's what something that really perplexes you is when you become drained. When your energy goes, your motivation goes, so many things go when you don't have energy. You like to keep moving. But with this, I see that it's definitely not time for you to quit. It's time for you to go 10 times harder than you've ever gone before. And as you go, you're going to be generating your battery. But back to this message. I feel like this message is going to bring you fulfillment. If you've been trying to apply for a good job, if you've been having really horrible jobs lately, then I feel like this is going to be a job that you're going to get soon that's going to bring you tons of fulfillment, a lot of money, and will eventually lead to that rest. It will lead you to that oasis, this new job that you're going to get, or this new thing that's coming to you. It's gonna lead you to that oasis where you can rest. For some, I feel like it has to do with this love. This message here is gonna have to do with love and making love and having sex. I mean, if you see those two things as being different. And I feel like it's definitely going to be a good thing. I don't see any reason to worry right now about this message that's coming to you. I don't see any negativity surrounding it. Even if it is someone that you've previously dealt with in the past, I don't see any reason to worry. If it is someone, I just don't see it as being someone new right now. I feel like this is someone that you know, although it could be someone new in the future for you. But I feel like it's the person with their mind all in a knot. I feel like it's this person, the one who loves you or has love for you, but their mind's a wreck. And I feel like the message is going to come from them. And I feel like the fulfillment is going to come from that person. So with the Summon card, I feel like it's facing this individuality card. Well, it's like this. I don't know how that looks on camera or which order it's in. So it's like facing this. So it's like she's pointing this way. So it's like, I feel like you're summoning your inner self, your higher self. You're bringing that to the surface in abundance. This is like your treasure chest that you've had inside of your heart since the day you were born. And I feel like as a fire sign, you don't open that treasure chest for just anyone. You keep that treasure chest closed until it's time. It's like the king's treasure, the queen's treasure. It's in the vault, and it only gets opened at very particular times. And I mean, I don't think you've ever opened this chest in your life. You've never opened this vault in your life because there's never been a time of celebration in which you felt like it was time to open that chest with all your treasures. And your treasures being treasures of the heart, treasures of your soul that are so dear and precious to you that you locked them away for safekeeping so that no one could steal them. No one. And they've been there waiting for you. And with this Summon card, I feel like it's going to be time to open that treasure chest. And you're going to pull out those treasures that have been in there that are so precious to you that you get to show people now. You get to share it with them. You get to share these beautiful treasures with those who truly love you and those who really deserve it. And that is going to bring you this fulfillment. And it's just the type of fulfillment that can make you cry, but not out of being sad, but out of being happy. But instead of crying, you're going to stand there in your power and you won't shed a tear. Not for happiness, not for sadness, but you're going to stand in your power. And you're going to remain in your power. Just like a queen or king. So now I'm going to take some outcome cards. Please provide the viewers with insight into the outcome for this situation for the remainder of January 2019. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please provide them with deep insight into the outcome of these situations for the remainder of January 2019. Thank you. Risk. Belonging. Letting go. And beauty. And on the bottom of the deck is honesty. So this honesty card, I feel like, is in connection with this message that's coming in for you. And this message is pertaining to a risk that you're gonna need to take, that you both need to take when this person comes. I feel like this person's taking a risk of their own, something that they may not be accustomed to. And I feel like you could be taking a risk because, like we said before, or we were discussing before, you're walking in blind faith. And that's not always an easy thing. It does involve risk. And risk always has the chance of, something not working out the way you want it to. But with this belonging card and this letting go, I feel like these are all your fears that you're letting go. And you're not letting it go in a bad way. Like she's like releasing all these butterflies. It's a good thing. You're releasing it with peace in your heart. With a lot of peace and even joy because of that faith that's deep inside of you, that is brimming to the surface, and it's leading you to belonging. It's leading you to that oasis. And I feel like there's going to be, you're gonna find a sense of community. You're gonna find a sense of belonging with new friends, and a new sense of belonging inside of yourself. Something that I don't think that you've experienced for your entire life, since the day you were born. Or maybe you experienced it as an infant, but then it quickly left you. And if you have experienced a deep sense of belonging in your life, then I feel like this is a sense of belonging that's gonna exceed that tremendously. This will be a sense of belonging that you've never ever dreamt of, or maybe you have. You've never seen it in this outer world, but you're going to, because this card is the oasis. And when you let go, and I'm seeing you're gonna let go of negativity out of your life. You're, like I said, like withholding the sword and the scales at the same time, approaching things with more diplomacy and with less emotion. And I see that is bringing you into the light of beauty and walking in beauty. And I feel like this has to do with the way you see yourself as well. You're finding a new sense of self-love, something that you've never felt before, or something that you're regaining. And if you're a woman who's aging, I feel like you're letting go of everything, and you're embracing your beauty. You're embracing it because it is no less beautiful than you were 10 years ago. It's even more beautiful. It's even more beautiful because you embrace it. Because you bring that individuality and that you bring it, all that love and those treasures up to the surface, and it makes you even more beautiful than you were 10 years ago. And you will continue to grow in beauty and fulfillment. And with this wishes card that we haven't really touched on too much, these are your wishes being fulfilled, and it is you who is fulfilling them with this summon card. Whether you prayed for them or, you know, what have you. You're bringing fulfillment into your life. Fulfillment is coming into your life, regardless of which came first, or I'm hoping that makes sense. But this has like a really good feeling about it, and with honesty, I feel like there's warmth. There's like this warm feeling. So it's like those warm and fuzzy feelings. You know what I mean? Okay, well, that's it for now. And I hope you liked it. And if you would like to get a reading just for you with me, then you can reach me at my email, virgorising33@gmail.com. And I will put all my information in the description box for you. So, okay, I wish you well, and I'll see you next time, okay?